Hello, this is Yogi Brian. I want to teach you a little practice I call 36 breaths to calm. And it involves 3 simple breathing practices. The first practice is alternate nostril breathing. You just alternate breathing in one nostril and then out the other. Then in that one and out the other. And you do that for 12 breaths. And then you do a practice called 1 to 2 breathing ratio. Essentially, you're going to make the exhale twice as long as the inhale. So your choices will be either to breathe in to a count of 4 and breathe out to a count of 8. And if that feels too long, you could do breathing in to a count of 3 and out to a count of 6. And then the last practice, that's 12 breaths. Then the last 12 breaths are simply mindful breathing using a mantra if you'd like. And the mantras I'll offer are either so, hum, just noting the sensation of the in-breath at the nostrils, so, and the sensation of the out-breath, hum. Or you could just simply use in on the in-breath and out on the out-breath, just to feel that sensation. 12 breaths. 12 alternate nostril breaths, 12 1 to 2 breathing ratio, and 12 mindful mantra breaths. 36 breaths to calm. Okay, it's easy to count this. I'm going to teach you a counting technique so you don't have to keep track in your mind. You can use your left hand to count these breaths. You start with the thumb and the index finger, the tip of the index finger. So you would do 1 in-breath, 1 out-breath, and then switch to the second finger. In-breath, out-breath, and switch. So you're switching after each out-breath. In-breath, out-breath, and then switching to the pinky, the little finger. In-breath, out-breath, so that's 4 breaths. Then you go back to the index finger, go through it again, so that's 8. Do it one more time for 12 breaths. So if you go across 3 times, you've got your 12 breaths. So you do that for alternate nostril breathing, 1 to 2 breathing ratio, and then mindful breathing. All right, let's get started. So we're going to start with the alternate nostril breathing. So it's good to have a Kleenex nearby to kind of clear your sinuses. You're going to start with putting your right hand up, putting the first 2 fingers together, and you can just rest them right on your forehead. The thumb will be for closing and opening the right nostril, and the third finger will be for closing and opening the left nostril. So we'll start with putting the fingers on your forehead, breathing out through both nostrils. We're going to take the third finger and close the left nostril. Breathe in through the right nostril, just nice and smooth. Close the right nostril. Open the left nostril. Breathe out. Breathe in the left nostril. Close the left nostril. Open the right nostril. Breathe out. Breathe in the right nostril. Close the right nostril, open the left nostril, breathe out. Breathe in the left nostril. Close the left nostril, open the right, breathe out. That was 4 breaths, so I'll come back to the index finger. And we'll do that for 8 more breaths. Remember, you switch after each exhale. Four more breaths now. When you get to your 12th breath, that pinky again, you bring your hand away and we'll get ready for 1 to 2 breathing ratio. So just notice the sensations in your body and how that breathing practice made you feel, and just begin to feel the breath at the nostrils, the cool air flowing in, the warm, moist air flowing out. And then we'll begin 1 to 2 breathing ratio. So I got my thumb, first finger together. I'm going to breathe into a count of 4. And then lengthen the exhale so it takes me to a count of 8. Switching. Breathing in, count of 4. Breathing in, out, count of 8. Good. Now if you find that too long, go to breathing in to a count of 3 and breathing out to a count of 6. So now we're breathing in either to a count of 4 or 3. And then breathing out either to a count of 8 or 6. Good. So just keep that up, that 1 to 2 breathing ratio. Either breathing in, count of 4, out, count of 8, or breathing in, count of 3, out, count of 6. Great, that's 4 breaths, so we'll switch back here and do it for a total of 8 more breaths. 4 more breaths to go. That was my 12 breaths. So now I relax and just let the breath come back to its own natural rhythm. So just relax it, no more counting. And just feeling the sensation of breath at the nostrils. And we'll just begin that mindful mantra breathing. So as I breathe in, I can note in my mind, so. And as I breathe out, I note that sensation, hum, or I could use in or out. Then I switch fingers. In breath, so. Out breath, hum. And I just keep doing that until I reach my 12 breaths. So that mantra is more like a whisper in your mind. You just lay it on the sensation of breath. In breath, so, or in. Out breath, hum, or out, whatever mantra you're working with. Good, I have 4 more breaths to go. Alright, that was 12 breaths, so that was the ending of 36 breaths to calm. Nice, simple practice. And one of the nice things about that practice is with practice, as you get more comfortable going between each of those sets of 12 breaths, you can actually do this in 10 minutes or less. Or, many times afterwards, I'm done with the 36 breaths, I want to continue to sit and be mindful of my breath. I'm usually very calm and balanced. It feels really good. So thank you for being with me for 36 breaths to calm. Namaste.